So this is a review on Yanitsa's travel piece to southern Italy. Overall, I think the piece was well composed. I think there was good structure, so all of your points flowed very well, and it told a story in that regard. So good work there. I think also you provided some good imagery in your paragraphs, so you really get the reader to feel what you felt and I guess see what you saw, and there's a good connection in that regard. And then some areas maybe you could work on would be word usage, or word usage or placement, and then also like things like parallelism with your verbs, but more minor things that I noticed. So from the top, I would say you start off with a picture, which is interesting because you can't always include one in these written pieces, but for this circumstance I think it works kind of well because it sets an image in your reader's mind, and well, your first paragraph is very descriptive, so there's lots of imagery in that as well, and then it kind of creates an image, in the reader's head. So I think that those two tie together quite well. So I didn't think you need to change anything in your first paragraph. Your second paragraph, though, that like I mentioned the cliches, and like basically the second line in, you say there's something in the air that worked to appeal each and every one of my successes. So each and every one I think you could do away with. It's also like a little bit further down in that same paragraph when you talk about the Amalfi lemons, you say the flesh of this one-of-a-kind lemon is thick and the pulp is sweet. So I think you could do away with one-of-a-kind lemon. I see what you're trying to do, but frankly I think it's interesting enough material for the reader, so you don't need to have the cliche to intrigue them anymore. If anything, it might in fact take away from the uniqueness of that experience. So also in that paragraph, I thought that when you mentioned the transition, so you moved from lunch in Amalfi then to moving towards Positano, and I think there's a little bit of a loss in transition there, so I understood where you were going and it was all in the same day, but maybe you want to just clarify that so that the reader knows it was in the same day that you made each of these trips. But your description with the farmer is very good, so nothing there I don't think needed to be changed. And then the next page is where you get into the moral of your story, which is, I think, a strong point. So you vocalize that well. So that's a good work there. And then on the last page, I would say the restaurant scene, again, a lot of heavy imagery, so that was a good job there. You really got the reader, or at least me, to almost want to be there, so I think that's a positive point. And then on the other side, I would say your last paragraph, I think I know what message you were saying, but maybe if you try to clarify it for your reader so that there's no ambiguity as to your final word, so to speak. So in that way, maybe you can make your conclusion a little bit stronger. But overall, good work. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good piece.